yeah. Okay, so Van Helsing and them try to go. They go to Dracula's castle, and they're all like, kind of spying on him and stuff. They're like, "What's up? We think he's a vampire and stuff." Renfield is like with Dracula. They're like on these big like gothic steps. They're like, boom! It's like 200 feet like tall. Like if you fell from that, you would totally be dead. Dracula hears that someone is at the door, and it's Van Helsing and the corny guy that Nina's in love with. Oh yeah, because they had taken Nina away to be his little vampire slave woman, so that's why they got a house in the first place. Anyway, and so him and Renfield are on the top of the stairs, and Dracula's like, "Well, you betrayed me because you led these people here." And he's like, "I didn't do anything to lead these people here. You're being, paranoid." But then Dracula, basically, totally Darth Vader's him. He, chokeholds him. He's like, ah! And he, falls down the stairs. And he dies. And it's really sad that he dies. But not really. Okay. And so, then, for some crazy reason, Dracula just, leaves Nina to, be by herself. And Dracula's like, I think it's because it's, appearing it's gonna be day. And so Dracula's like, Dracula's like, I gotta get back to my coffin. Because vampires have to go back to, their coffin. And you know what's funny, though? Is that whenever they were going over to England, he's like, I have to have all these bags and boxes of my land. Because technically, vampires have to be buried in the ground in which they were, from. They're, Romanian, soil. Anyway. So Dracula has all this soil, in his basement and stuff from, Romania. And so he's like, oh, it's almost day. He's like, I gotta go back to my coffin. And so he goes back to his coffin. It's the climax of the movie, which is so silly, because it's he's just gonna go chill in his coffin? Okay, whatever. He's not gonna fight somebody? He has to, because he has to go back to sleep, because he's a vampire. And so he goes back to his coffin, and the one main cheesy guy and Van Helsing go back to his coffin, and then Van Helsing's like, I'm gonna be the dude that kills Dracula, because that's what Van Helsing is famous for, is killing vampires and Dracula. And so then they open the lid of the casket, and Dracula, this is the worst climax of a movie. I love the movie so much, but it is the worst, monster climax ever. Crap, because he's asleep. He's like, I'm Dracula, whatever. And Van Helsing, literally, it's this easy. He just, takes the stake, he's like, boom, boom. Which is, even if you're a person, the stake would kill you anyway, through the heart. Doesn't mean he was a vampire. I mean, obviously he was, but whatever. So he's like, boom, stake through the heart, and he kills him, and that's it. It's there's no fight scene. There's nothing. It's just Dracula's just chilling, and he killed him in his sleep. So who's a badass? I don't think Van Helsing's a badass. He killed a fucking vampire in his sleep. He wasn't even, awake for that stuff. That's some cold-hearted stuff right there. Kill someone in their sleep, and that's the end of the movie.
But Dracula has the power to manipulate you. How else would you kill him?